Hello everyone, welcome back. Grammy-nominated R&B singer Angie Stone has died. According to Associated Press, the singer died in an automobile crash early this morning. Angie Stone, the legendary R&B and soul singer, has captivated fanatics for decades along with her timeless voice and heartfelt lyrics, but in the back of the velvet curtains of fame, her lavish mansion held secrets nobody saw coming. Whilst the FBI stormed her domestic, what they exposed sent shock waves through the industry. Hidden files, mysterious artifacts, and a revelation that might change everything. What become Angie hiding? Stay tuned, because what you're approximately to look will leave you certainly speechless. Remembering Angie Stone, a trailblazer, a legend, and an irreplaceable icon, lifestyles has an uncanny manner of catching us off defend, regularly delivering information so surprising that it feels nearly impossible to trust. A few moments shake us to our very core, leaving us greedy for expertise. This Beyond weekend become one of those moments. The arena became shocked with the aid of the devastating loss of a musical icon. Angie Stone, a powerhouse of talent, a trailblazer inside the industry, and a voice that carried both electricity and soul. She changed into a ways extra than just an artist. She became a motion, a pressure of nature, a girl who reshaped the panorama of music, seamlessly weaving collectively R&B, soul, and hip-hop, leaving at the back of a legacy in order to continue to inspire for generations to return. When the heartbreaking news surfaced, it dispatched ripples of disbelief across the world. It started out with a quick but profoundly painful message from her daughter, simply four simple phrases: "My mom is gone." The burden of that announcement was immeasurable. It changed into uncooked, it changed into final, and but for plenty it felt unreal. Enthusiasts, friends, and fellow artists clung to a delicate hope that perhaps there had been a mistake, that by hook or by crook this wasn't proper. Social media erupted in a storm of misunderstanding, sorrow, and determined pleas for clarity. However, quickly the harsh facts set in. More info emerged, each one cutting deeper than the final. The grief became palpable. It wasn't just about the loss of a singer, it became the loss of a girl who had fashioned track and approaches few ought to. From her early days as a pioneer in lady rap to her evolution into an R&B and soul powerhouse, Angie Stone's voice changed into extra than just a sound. It became an experience. It carried stories, struggles, victories, and a depth of emotion that resonated with millions. Her passing is a loss that feels personal even to folks that by no means met her. She wasn't just a musician, she turned into a storyteller, a lady who poured her heart into her craft, giving the sector songs that spoke to like resilience and the beauty of black track. She embodied electricity, grace, and an unshakable passion for her artwork, paving the way for destiny. Generations of artists to observe in her footsteps. In moments like those we are reminded of how fragile lifestyles truly is, how in an immediate the voices that after uplifted us can fall silent. However, if there may be one issue that remains, it is the tune, the legacy, the impact. Angie Stone may now not be with us, however the soul of her paintings will hold to echo via time, talking to the hearts of folks who need it maximum. What led to her unexpected demise turned into it a home twist of fate. Was she worried in an auto crash? Let's take a near observe the info of the coincidence that caused her dying. The tragic accident. The sector of track is in mourning after the unexpected and heartbreaking lack of the legendary Angie Stone, the soulful singer recognized for her rich, effective voice and deep, meaningful lyrics, tragically misplaced her life in a devastating car twist of fate. She changed into traveling with 8 others in a Sprinter van, making their manner from Alabama to Baltimore for CIAA weekend, a main event wherein she too turned into set to carry out. However, destiny had other plans. In a cruel twist of destiny, Angie turned into the best one who failed to continue to exist. The horrific crash. In just a second the arena misplaced a voice that had touched endless hearts. Among those most deeply shaken through the information changed into her longtime publicist and near pal, Miss Deborah Champagne. For over 14 years they had worked collectively, shared desires, and celebrated victories. Simply the night earlier than they had spoken at the telephone, and Angie was complete of existence, humming with exhilaration about her upcoming performance. "I'll call you lower back," she had stated with self-assurance, promising to reconnect once she reached Baltimore. That name in no way came as a substitute. Champagne's phone commenced ringing non-prevent, each name sporting the devastating affirmation of what she never imagined. She'd ought to pay attention. The loss is unfathomable now, not only for individuals who knew her for my part, but for the millions who have been moved by means of her music. Angie Stone become extra than just an artist. She changed into a tale teller, a warrior, and a voice of resilience. Her lyrics pointed out love, electricity, and survival. She wasn't just singing melodies, she changed into pouring her soul into every word, lifting spirits and empowering listeners. For many years she carved out a legacy that cannot get replaced. She changed into an idea, a light in darkish times, and a pressure within the enterprise that refused to be ignored. Fans, fellow artists, and loved ones at the moment are left grappling with the fact that she has long passed away too soon. The tributes are pouring within. The grief is heavy, and the silence left in her absence is deafening. Angie Stone may no longer be bodily gift, but her voice will echo through the ages, her song, her words, her spirit, they may stay on, and even though her adventure became cut short in the most tragic manner, her legacy will never fade by way of the character of the crash which worried 8 humans but caused the dying of Angie Stone. By myself, many have speculated that there might be a conspiracy attached to the twist of fate. Allows take a better have a look at the twist of fate, and the continued investigations, tragedy or conspiracy, the mysterious dying of Stone, and the FBI's interesting investigation. On March 1, 2025, the world misplaced a excellent talent while Stone illy exceeded away in a devastating vehicle accident near First Viscount Montgomery of Alamine, Alabama. She became 63 years vintage Stone, and her bandmates had simply wrapped up an electrifying Mara performance in Mobile, Alabama, and were on their way to Atlanta. Their journey took them alongside Interstate 65, a course regularly bustling with travelers. The institution became traveling in a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter, probably filled with post-live performance electricity and laughter, unaware that destiny had a cruel twist in shop for them at some point. For the duration of the experience, their automobile met with disaster. Reviews indicate that the Sprinter turned into involved in a crash, bringing it to a sudden halt on the highway before the occupants should procedure what had passed off. A huge Freightliner Cascadia semi-truck barreled into their vehicle, compounding the tragedy. Amid the chaos, Stone became the simplest person who did no longer live on. At the same time as her band participants persevered the annoying ordeal, struggling accidents of varying severity, she succumbed to the fatal impact in an immediate. The arena misplaced a powerhouse performer, a musical icon whose voice had touched endless hearts. The information of her passing dispatched shock waves through the song Enterprise, and amongst her devoted lovers tributes poured in from fellow artists, admirers, and loved ones, all mourning the lack of a girl whose career have been marked by using passion, resilience, and in simple present for storytelling through tune. Because the Stone passed off to be the best casualty in what regarded like a random tragic accident, some speculations are starting to gather momentum. Turned into it genuinely, simply in coincidence, or was there something greater, sinister, lurking under the surface? Stone had usually been a deeply private character. Regardless of her fame, rumors swirled for years about her reclusive lifestyle and the secrets hidden in the partitions of her grand property. A few claimed she had effective enemies, while others whispered approximately mysterious dealings behind the scenes of her career. Her unexpected and tragic demise simplest fueled the intrigue. Despite the fact that the information of the FBI's discovery nonetheless stay uncertain, there appeared to be a chain of speculations and rumors making rounds about the coincidence being a cover-up for murder. Did the FBI find proof pointing accusing arms at a person or a collection of human beings? Handiest time can tell. Angie Stone changed into able to engrave her call inside the hearts of a lot of her lovers. However, how did she tour through her profession to achieve this feat? Permit Speedy take a more in-depth have a look at the profession that fashioned her song, a profession that formed song to in reality. Understand the depth of this loss. We ought to take a second to comprehend the outstanding life and legacy of Angie Stone. Her effects stretched throughout multiple genres, leaving an indelible mark on hip-hop, neo-soul, and R&B. She changed into now not only a singer, she become a path laser, a visionary, and a voice that resonated across generations. Angie's journey began in the past due 1970s. Lengthy earlier than the world fully diagnosed the energy of female voices in hip-hop, she turned into a part of the series, one of the very first all-woman rap companies in records at a time when the rap scene turned into dominated by using guys. Angie and her organization shattered limitations with their hit Funk You Up. The music became an anthem, making records because the first track by using an all-woman rap organization to achieve gold certification again. Then she changed into known as Angie B, or even at that early stage it was clean that she become greater than just another artist. She was a pioneer, paving the way for the woman rappers who would observe in her footsteps. But rap became simplest, the start of her tale. Angie Stone's voice had a warm temperature and intensity that couldn't be contained within just one genre. Because the years exceeded, she transitioned into R&B soul, wherein her talent without a doubt blossomed. By means of the past due 90s, she had reinvented herself as a solo artist, and the world took word. Her debut solo album Black Diamond in 1999 turned into extra than just a hit. It changed into a defining moment in neo-soul. Songs like No More Rain in This Cloud delivered a brand new generation to her soulful sound, mixing pain, ardor, and hope in a manner that only she may want to. Then got here Mahogany Soul in 2001, an album that cemented her reputation as an R&B powerhouse. It become in this album that she proficient the arena. Want I Did Not Miss You, a song built around a hypnotic pattern of the OJ's Backstabbers. The song changed into greater than simply tune. It become a sense. It became the sort of tune that played within the history of heartbreaks and recuperation, a melody that would deliver back recollections with just a single Be Aware. Even nowadays it remains one of the maximum enduring neo-soul anthems, as fresh and impactful as The day it became launched, however, Angie Stone did not prevent there. Across multiple albums, she endured to captivate listeners with her storytelling honesty and signature velvety voice. Over the years, she earned 3 Grammy nominations and received Soul-Educated Music Awards, proving that her song wasn't just preferred, it became C-cated. Her voice became extra than only a sound, it turned into an revel in one which transcended time. Angie Stone wasn't just a singer, she became a pressure, a legend, and a soul who poured her heart into each note. And while she may be long gone, her tune will all the time remind us of the magic she added to the arena. Angie Stone is understood for her influence in tune. Are there different regions where she had touched lives? Wonderful, allow us discover beyond the tune Angie's effect. Angie Stone's effect on music prolonged far beyond her very own songs. She wasn't simply any other R&B singer, she turned into a guiding pressure, a collaborator, and an architect of sound who helped shape some of the most unforgettable voices inside the style. Her artistry wasn't limited to her own albums. She played a critical role behind the curtain, influencing the evolution of neo-soul. Together with her signature style and rich velvety vocals, certainly one of her most exquisite contributions turned into her paintings with D'Angelo, one of the defining figures of the neo-soul movement. She did not just sing along him, she co-wrote and provided history vocals for his groundbreaking album Brown Sugar, a document that helped redefine R&B for a new era. Her touch was unmistakable in the smooth, sultry sound that would go on to persuade countless artists. Many lovers of D'Angelo might not have found out that Angie's voice became woven into the very material of his tracks, supporting to create the magic that made Brown Sugar a traditional. But Angie Stone's impact did not forestall at tune production. She additionally left an unexpected but lasting mark on television this weekend. Many human beings were surprised to find out that she changed into the voice in the back of the long-lasting Female Friends theme tune. The beloved TV show, which aired inside the early 2000s, have become a cultural phenomenon, resonating deeply with audiences and solidifying its place in popular culture. Records. Angie's voice, complete of heat and soul, made the theme song unforgettable. It wasn't just in creation to the show, it turned into a part of its identity. In reality, she once shared in an interview that the manufacturers observed a widespread drop in rankings on every occasion her topic music wasn't played. That revelation speaks volumes about her effect. Her voice failed to simply supplement a show, it had become an essential part of its achievement. This is the strength of Angie Stone, whether or not working backstage to shape the sound of an entire style or lending her voice to a television topic song that have become a generational anthem. She had a simple presence even when human beings failed to recognize it. Angie's artistry turned into their influencing, raising and leaving an enduring mark. It is the real sign of a legend, a person whose influence is felt even when their call isn't always the front and center. Angie Stone wasn't just an artist, she became emotion, a pressure that helped shape the sound of R&B and neo-soul in ways that still resonate these days. Angie Stone is thought to have impacted lives undoubtedly. Let's take a short dive into Stone's legacy as it lives. On her legacy lives on. Angie leaves behind 2 loved children, Diamond and Michael. Diamond, her beloved daughter, is not only a testament to her mother's love but additionally the mom of Angie's treasured grandchildren. Via them, Angie's spirit lives on, woven into the very cloth of their lives, their laughter, and their desires. But her legacy extends some distance beyond her family. It lingers within the rhythm of the tune she created, in the voices of the endless artists she mentored and stimulated, and within the hearts of folks who located comfort, electricity, and joy in her artwork. Her passing is a sobering reminder of ways fragile lifestyles definitely is. 1 second she become right here, colorful, full of dreams, with plans ready to unfold, and in the subsequent she turned into long gone, leaving behind echoes of her presence and an emptiness that words struggled to fill. Lifestyles with all its beauty stays unpredictable. We make guarantees, map out our tomorrows, and believe we've got time until unexpectedly we do not. What makes it even more difficult to process is the sheer randomness of fate. Angie become in a van with 8 others, 9 souls touring together, but she become the most effective person who didn't make it. It is the type of fact that forces you to stop and reflect. Why her? Why not someone else? However, such questions haven't any solutions. Destiny does now not ask for permission, nor does it explain itself. Whilst the appointed time arrives, not anything can postpone it now, not a 2D. Sooner, no longer a second later. For folks who were with her that day, the emotions need to be a tangled internet, grief intertwined with gratitude, sorrow weighed down via survivor's guilt. How does one make feel of being spared in a tragedy that claimed another? How does one carry the burden of understanding that via some unexplainable twist of destiny they walked away, even as Angie did now? Not the pain of this kind of recognition is unattainable, it's miles a heavy cross to endure as we recollect. Angie, our prayers make bigger, no longer simply to her grieving family, however additionally to the survivors, who now convey the load of this memory. May they find peace inside the midst of the chaos. May they find, which means inside the days beforehand, and may they honor Angie's life by way of persevering with to live completely deeply, and with the awareness that each moment is a gift in no way to be taken with no consideration. Masses had been said about Angie Stone and her effective effect inside the lives of human beings. In a few words, let's recount a few methods she has touched the lives of many. Very last farewell. Few artists have the electricity to form the very fabric of our lives. The manner Angie Stone did. She wasn't just a singer, she turned into a storyteller, a healer, and a manual via the highs and lows of love, pain, and triumph. Via each notice she sang and every lyric she penned, she gifted us greater than song. She gave us pieces of herself woven into melodies that became the soundtrack to our most cherished memories. Her voice wasn't just soulful, it turned into a force of nature rich with emotion and information. It became there in our moments of joy, making celebration sense even greater. Alive, it changed into there in heartbreak, imparting solace. Whilst phrases failed, it turned into there in reflection, reminding us of our power and resilience. Angie Stone's song wasn't just something to concentrate to, it changed into something to feel, to enjoy, to stay through. Even now, as we mourn her passing, we discover consolation in the very artwork she left behind. Her songs are not simply echoes of the past, they're living respiratory reminders of her spirit, proof that authentic artistry never dies. She broke boundaries, she redefined soul song, and she or he paved the way for endless artists who followed her. Legacy is not just in the information she made, however, inside the hearts she touched. This morning, as we press play on her timeless songs, we accomplish that with monstrous gratitude for the passion she poured into each song, for the authenticity she introduced to the enterprise, and for the manner she made us sense visible, heard, and understood. She can be long gone from this world, however, her song ensures she will by no means be forgotten. What do you think about this stunning tragedy, or should it be a conspiracy? We would love to pay attention. Your thoughts in the remarks underneath. Take into account to like and subscribe.